Okay, get ready, because today we are going deep on this theory about Zack Snyder's DCEU that's got some people talking.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what if the biggest hero wasn't Superman or Wonder Woman,
Right.
but a character who was only on screen for a few seconds
Wow.
and maybe saved the universe without even, like, throwing a punch?
Interesting.
We're talking about Knightmare Flash.
Yeah, that's right. That quick glimpse we get of Barry Allen from the future,
Right.
in Batman v Superman, warning Bruce Wayne about all the bad stuff coming.
Right.
It is wild to think that, like, a small cameo, such a brief cameo, could be the key to understanding
It is.
the entire DCEU.
Yeah, you could almost dismiss it as just like a nightmare, especially with all the crazy stuff happening in that movie.
Oh, for sure.
But this theory says that Nightmare Flash appearing was more important than we thought at first.
Exactly. The theory is that just by showing up and giving that warning, Nightmare Flash might have actually changed the future.
Wow.
Think about it. Snyder's initial plan for the Justice League sequels was, pretty dark and bleak.
Yeah.
Darkseid wins. Superman falls victim to the anti-life equation, which is basically mind control.
Right.
Total dystopia. But after Nightmare Flash steps in,
Yeah.
the DCEU we see is actually pretty hopeful.
Right.
Superman's alive. Heroes are winning. No sign of Darkseid's invasion.
Yeah. It's kind of a mind-blowing idea, right? If you guys are liking this deep dive so far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more.
Yes.
And let us know what you think in the comments. Give us those other opinions.
For sure.
But here's where things get even more interesting.
Okay.
We got the Flash movie where, present-day Barry
Right.
messes with time travel,
Uh-huh.
creates this totally different, messed-up reality.
Yeah, it's a really great comparison because you have these two Flashes,
Right.
both dealing with time travel, but with totally different outcomes.
Right.
One, accidentally saves the universe while the other almost destroys it.
It really shows the paradox of time travel, doesn't it?
It does.
Nightmare Flash tries to warn Batman, potentially changing the future.
Yeah.
Making things better.
Right.
But did that lead to the events in the Flash?
Oh, interesting.
So did he create a new problem while trying to fix an old one? It's enough to give you a headache.
It really is.
If you guys are getting dizzy from all this time travel talk, share this episode with a friend who loves superhero theories.
Yeah, for sure.
This paradox isn't only in the DCEU, though.
Right.
Time travel and paradoxes are a huge part of Flash's character.
Oh, yeah.
In the comics and other stuff.
Definitely.
Oh, absolutely. Classic example, Flashpoint, Barry tries to save his mom,
Uh-huh.
but he ends up making this, super dystopian alternate timeline.
Right.
It shows that even good intentions can have crazy consequences when you mess with the past.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder how much control we actually have
Oh, I know.
over our own destinies.
Right.
I mean, if a speedster can accidentally rewrite history,
Right.
just by showing up, what does that say about free will?
That's deep, man.
Yeah.
And that ScreenRant article really makes you consider that most time travel stories focus on what the time traveler does in their journey. But this theory's different.
Right.
It makes us think about even the smallest actions and how they can impact the timeline, even if they weren't on purpose.
Right.
Like, what if Nightmare Flash's warning was just a side effect of him traveling through time?
Yeah.
What if he wasn't even trying to change anything, but it might have had a bigger impact than anything he did on purpose?
Wow.
That's the power of this theory.
Yeah.
It makes us think about the butterfly effect in a whole new way.
It really does.
Yeah. Makes you wonder, what kind of hero is Nightmare Flash?
Yeah.
He might have saved the universe.
Right.
But did he mean to?
Right.
Was it planned out, or was he just lucky?
It really makes you think about what it means to be a hero.
Totally.
Usually we think of heroes as these larger-than-life people who make these big dramatic sacrifices, but Nightmare Flash, he just shows up, gives this mysterious message, and then disappears.
Right.
There's no big battle, no heroics pose, just a warning from the future.
Right.
It's almost anticlimactic.
Yeah, and yet it could have been the biggest heroic acts in the whole DCU.
Yeah.
Think about what Nightmare Flash has been through.
Right.
He's seen the worst possible ending.
Right.
Everything destroyed.
Yeah.
And he chooses to go back in time to try and stop it.
Yeah.
Even though he might fail.
Right.
That takes a lot of guts.
Definitely. And it makes you wonder what Nightmare Flash was like.
Right.
Before he became this, messenger of doom.
Yeah.
Was he always serious-driven? Or did that nightmare future make him grow up fast?
Right.
It's interesting to think about how one event could change his whole life.
Totally.
It's too bad we didn't see more of him.
Yeah.
But that's part of why this theory is so interesting,
Yeah.
It makes us fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
Imagine his backstory, his motivation.
Totally.
Really makes you appreciate how much depth even a minor character can bring to a story.
It really does.
This theory has totally changed how I see Nightmare Flash.
I bet.
He's not just a random cameo anymore. He's like maybe the most important character in the whole DCEU.
Wow.
Mind blown. If you guys are into this conversation, hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
And share it with a friend who needs their mind blown too.
Absolutely.
So it also makes you think about time travel.
It does.
If Knightmare Flash showing up changed the timeline,
right,
does that mean the future's already decided?
Uh-huh.
Or is it always changing?
Right.
Changing with everything we do.
Exactly.
That's a lot to think about.
It really is.
Brings us back to free will.
Yeah.
If our actions can have such big consequences,
yeah,
how much control do we really have over our life?
I know, right?
Or are we all just following a script that's already written?
It makes you think.
These are the questions that keep me up at night.
Me too.
This is what makes this theory so interesting, you know?
Excellent.
It goes beyond the typical superhero stuff.
Right.
And asks some really deep philosophical questions.
He does.
About time and fate and free will.
Totally.
And it shows how a simple fan theory can completely change how we see a story.
Oh, for sure.
We're looking at these movies in a whole new way.
Right.
All thanks to a character most people probably forgot about.
Exactly. It just goes to show there's always more to discover.
Right.
Even in stories we think we know really well.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what other secrets are hidden
right.
in our favorite movies and shows.
This is why I love digging into these theories.
Me too.
They open up so many possibilities.
Yeah.
Make you realize that even the small details can have a big impact.
They really can.
If you guys are as into this as we are, you got to check out The Other Opinion.
For sure.
They have a whole channel dedicated to breaking down the craziest pop culture theories.
Awesome.
It's like a giant online brainstorm.
Yeah.
Where everyone's trying to figure out the real meaning of everything.
Right.
And sometimes those theories are even more mind-blowing than the actual stories themselves.
I agree.
It's wild how one small theory can make you rethink an entire movie universe.
Yeah.
We started with a time-traveling Flash from a Knightmare, and now we're talking about fate.
I know.
Free will, what it even means to be a hero.
Right.
That's why I love these fan theories.
Me too.
They can really take you to some unexpected places.
They really challenge us to think outside the box.
Yeah.
And sometimes they even help us see the original story in a totally new way.
Right.
Like this Knightmare Flash theory. It made me appreciate Zack Snyder's DCEU in a way I never thought I would.
It's like we're watching those first movies again with fresh eyes.
Totally.
Looking for hints and connections we missed before.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe Snyder put those things in there on purpose.
Right.
Knowing that the fans would figure them out eventually.
Maybe.
I mean, the guy loves his hidden meanings and symbols.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely not afraid to make his stories complex.
Right.
And whether he meant to do this Knightmare Flash thing or not.
Right.
It's got people talking.
They really have.
That's what's so great about these universes. They give us a place to come together and argue and theorize and just celebrate our love for these characters and stories.
If you guys are looking for more of that kind of conversation, head over to The Other Opinion. There's a whole community of fans who are as into these deep dives as we are.
Totally.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to their channel too.
Yeah.
But before we go, let's get back to the big question.
Right.
Did Knightmare Flash really save the universe?
Yeah.
Or is it just a cool theory?
Right.
That doesn't really hold up.
It's tough to say.
Yeah.
For sure. We don't have every piece of information.
Right.
And we might never know what Snyder was really going for.
Right.
But that's also kind of what's cool about it.
Yeah,
right?
it does.
The mystery's still there.
Yeah.
It lets us come up with our own explanations.
Exactly. And isn't that what makes these stories so good?
Totally.
They leave space for us to imagine.
Yeah.
To think about different possibilities.
Right.
And come up with our own answers.
Exactly.
So what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Give us your opinions.
Yes.
Did Knightmare Flash save the day? Or is this theory just a fun what if? Let's keep talking.
Yeah, let's keep the conversation going.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more mind-bending deep dives.
And if you're really digging this, share it with a friend who needs their mind blown.
That's right. All right, everyone. That's it for this crazy trip through the DCEU and the weird world of time travel.
Yeah.
Just so you know, this was just our AI's take on this awesome theory.
Right.
If you have other opinions, we want to hear them. Put them in the comments below.
Yes.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep those other opinions coming.